I think I would really kick Floyd in the street fight. Wouldn't even be no match.
Any weight, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather.
I love it.
Mike Tyson can't stand Floyd Mayweather. He hates that.
In a recent interview, Mike Tyson said he would love the chance to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr., making it clear that Mayweather is the opponent he wants most. His statement immediately sparked buzz across the boxing world because they competed in very different weight divisions and have completely different styles in the ring. That contrast makes the idea of this fight unexpected but also very exciting, saying he does not believe Mayweather was as dangerous as he was at his best and that Mayweather did not bring the same fear to his opponents that he once did. His response clearly shows how he views Mayweather's impact and presence in the sport of boxing.
Oh my God!
I got a question for you. One question. I am Mike Tyson in his prime versus Money Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Who would win?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I'm probably 50 pounds heavier than Floyd, so I don't think we ever fight. No, we can never fight. We're two.
Because we can only see that in a video game. So I wanted, I wanted to know, what's your thoughts? And also, when you see Floyd now, do he remind you of him? Do he remind you of yourself when you was rocking?
Yeah, to a certain degree, not totally, because he's not menacing. He's not a threat to the fact that he can hurt somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not that guy. You know what I mean? He's not going to hurt somebody. He's not going to go into a store and drag somebody out the store or do something ridiculous.
That you might have done.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything ridiculous like that. He's going to have somebody probably, but only because in a situation like that, when everybody loves you, you appear that everybody loves you, you don't know who really doesn't love you. You know, you're never gonna have a chance to be at peace with yourself and to know who you really are, because there's too many people talking to you. Yes, from the outside to everybody, yes, doesn't look good. Yes, doesn't look good what's going on with him right now. You know, we could all be wrong, but from what we're seeing from the outside, things don't look good.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has often said that when fans discuss boxing legends, his name should come before greats like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. But Tyson strongly pushed back and called that mindset delusional, explaining that true greatness is about more than just an undefeated record. He said a real legend also shows bravery, independence, and a powerful presence outside the ring, and added that needing heavy security even for everyday activities like taking his children to school does not reflect the fearless image that past boxing icons carried.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself.
There you go.
Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. frequently praises his own career when comparing himself to fighters from the past and present, and many people view this as being overly self-focused. While his strong self-promotion reflects confidence and pride in what he has achieved, it also creates debate about whether humility and respect still matter in boxing. Because of this, the boxing world remains divided, with some believing his bold statements add to his legacy, while others feel they hurt it.
Can I ask you about Mike Tyson, because he was on the show just last week, and at the moment he's currently being profiled, as you'll know, on the channel Being Mike Tyson. That airs tonight as well. But on the show last week, he was talking about the fact that you're probably the last of these box office stars. You know, young guys are looking to the UFC fighters as opposed to traditional boxers, but you're probably the last of those box office stars. What do you say to that?
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes. Boxing will live on. You know, it's the Mayweather era. Not just myself, but the Mayweather brand. You know, I have my own style and what I made cool about boxing is
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has often said that this period in boxing is not just his time in the ring, but the era of the Mayweather brand, showing how much he values his name and business influence in the sport. This attitude reflects not only his talent as a fighter, but also his smart strategy when it comes to earning money and building a powerful image outside the ring. By putting so much focus on branding, he represents a modern type of athlete who carefully manages his career, controls his public image, and operates like a global business instead of just being seen as a boxer.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes. Boxing will live on. You know, it's the Mayweather era. Not just myself, but the Mayweather brand. You know, I have my own style and what I made cool about boxing is not taking punishment.
Joe Rogan has spoken about the debate over boxing's greatest fighters, explaining that true greatness depends on the era, the quality of opponents, and the challenges each boxer faced. He said the sport evolves over time, which makes it hard to fairly compare athletes from different generations. According to him, instead of arguing about who was better across eras, fans should respect and value what each fighter accomplished in their own time.
Floyd's undefeated too, but he's not the greatest boxer of all time, right?
It's arguable he is. He's been hit hard maybe 4 times his whole career. Right. You stop and think about how many fights he fought against elite guys. Not just great defense, like the best defense of all time.
Yeah.
Somebody like Sugar Ray Robinson.
I think Sugar Ray Robinson had somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 plus victories before his first defeat, though. But I think Mike Tyson in his prime, when he knocked out Larry Holmes, when he starched Marvis Frazier, like when he was just smashing everybody, I think he had reached this level that you can only maintain for a certain amount of years. I think if Muhammad Ali had been in the same era as Mike Tyson, he would have been better because Mike Tyson was around. You get better depending upon who's around you.
50 Cent once revealed that the ongoing tension between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. runs deeper than many people think, claiming that Tyson would get so frustrated watching Mayweather fight that he even broke his own TV. The story shows how strong Tyson's emotions are toward Mayweather and hints that there may be personal issues behind their public remarks, proving that the rivalry between these two boxing icons is very real.
Shit, Mike Tyson called me. Floyd was getting ready to go to jail. We at the M Casino. Mike Tyson said, "Come here, let me talk to you for a second." 50, he pulled me outside the door. The nigga pushed the door, then the door opened, he came outside, he said, "Yo, I used to hate that nigga." The nigga voice changed, it got deep. You know how Mike Tyson is like, yeah, he all the way up here, Tim. He all the way up here. This nigga said, yo, I used to hate that nigga. I can't fuck with you! I said, oh shit, look, I'm like this, look. So I'm sitting there going, I got to fight this nigga, right? I'm thinking I might have to fight this nigga. He said, look at this shit, 50. I'm in a fucking Cadillac, right? He pointed to a fucking Cadillac, it was, the shit was fly, it was a Cadillac truck. Yeah. But to Mike, the shit was some bullshit because it was a Cadillac, right? He going, look at me, 50, I'm in a fucking Cadillac. He said, yo, I broke my TV every time that nigga fought.
50 Cent also alleged that Floyd Mayweather Jr. financially backed a woman who filed a lawsuit against Mike Tyson in the late 1990s. He suggested that Mayweather's wealth made this possible and that it may have been done to add pressure to Tyson during his legal issues. If these claims are true, they further deepen the already tense relationship between the two fighters.
Mike Tyson can't stand Floyd Mayweather. He hates that. Now look at this, look. Floyd, the illest, I love him like a brother. So, the nigga's talented. He is our champion.
Yeah.
For this time period. Like, you watch him, praises him, all that, but he's our champion. You know what I'm saying? So, look, and they're going to do a lot of things, but they're not going to beat.
No, they're not going to beat. No.
Until he's too old. When he got to fight, when they finish the money and he got to take a fight, and he's too old, so he take a fight, and then he see it, and he throw the punch, but they're late. And hit him. Start seeing 3 one time, you know what I'm saying? It start getting crazy. But look, it's real. Mike told me, look, the first time this had a rape charge. Look, this the first time Mike Tyson was charged, well, he had somebody who was claiming he raped him.
Yeah.
Floyd was paying for that bitch lawyer.
What?
At that point. He was paying for a girl to say Mike Tyson raped him.
Stop, man.
See, why you see him at this present moment, the one that would be the one that be all about the money. It's the money. it hurt him to watch Mike when he was all about the money, and he had the money.
If a fight were to happen today between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson, Tyson, at 58, would still be a serious contender, as his physical condition continues to impress fans and experts alike. Joe Rogan has praised Tyson's fitness, noting that his strength, speed, and punching power remain remarkable for his age, and he credits Tyson's relentless dedication to training for preserving much of the explosiveness from his prime. Even in retirement, Tyson's presence commands respect and shows that the abilities that once made him one of boxing's most feared fighters are far from gone.
Against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You ever watch that fight?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mike Tyson fight, because that was Mike Tyson before he won the title. It was ABC Wide World of Sports, and Joe Frazier had been talking about Tyson, that if he was in his prime, he'd beat Tyson. And so he had his son fight Tyson, and it was an execution. It was an execution.
Is that the one in Atlantic City where it lasted one round?
One round. Hey, let's watch it, because it's one of my favorite fights to watch Tyson, because it's Tyson in his prime where he was terrifying. He was so fast, and he would do angles, and he was bobbing and weaving. You couldn't hit him, and he was just coming at you. And he was young. He was 20 years old at the time. He couldn't be stopped. No one had the solution. And I submit that Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that won the title against Trevor Berbick, the Mike Tyson that beat Larry Holmes, I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody with him.
Joe Egan recalled sparring with Mike Tyson, highlighting his incredible strength and speed. Egan described Tyson as an unstoppable force who could dominate opponents with raw power and relentless aggression, making him one of the most intimidating and commanding fighters of his era.
But I was so relaxed. Next one, I look into the ring, and Mike's pacing the ring with his shirt off. His body, his physique was incredible. His biceps, his chest, his neck, incredible. I hadn't seen him stripped to the waist. Yeah. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, that's not the same 17-year-old boy I met yesterday. That's not the same 17-year-old boy I ran with this morning. That's not the same 17-year-old boy I sat next to on the minibus getting here. Yeah. Then Cuss pointed to one of the big men to get in. He was knocked spark out. I tell people, I say it all the time, I ruined a good pair of underpants at that moment, and so I might shit myself. There's no way a 17-year-old should have that power. He knocked a couple more out. I got in, I got battered for 3 minutes, got out, a couple more, got in, then I was back in again. I'd done 6 minutes with him that day. But the madness in me, George, because I do believe fighters have to have a little bit of madness in them. You know, I really do, and it's not insulting any fighter, but I just believe that there's a bit of madness in us all to fight. I don't want to fight. Yeah. And I believed in my mind, one day I'll get the better of you. I never did. I stayed on with him for 2 years, and it was probably the makings of me, because I took some serious punishment off that man over 2 years. He made me cry so many times. But psychologically, I believed if I could take Mike Tyson's punishment, I could take anybody's punishment, because he was such a power puncher. He used to speak to my mum on the phone regular, oh, Mrs. Egan, chatting away, and she'd say to him, oh, Mike, thank you so much for looking after my son. But he was minding me as well, even though he was battering me. He was minding me. I remember one time when Sugar Ray Leonard came to the gym. He came to the gym on 2 occasions while I was there. And Mike wanted to impress Ray Leonard because he was in awe of Sugar Ray Leonard, like a lot of fighters are. Yeah. And Mike savagely beat his sparring partners this day.
Roy Jones Jr., who faced Mike Tyson in a 2020 exhibition, said that even at his age, Tyson's power is unmatched, describing him as the strongest opponent he has ever faced. These remarks highlight the deep respect Tyson commands in the boxing world and show that his legendary skills and physical dominance have endured, earning him admiration well beyond his prime.
When you did the exhibition, what did you feel about Tyson when you did the exhibition with Tyson?
Mike Tyson's still the strongest puncher that I've ever been in the ring with, ever. At 55 at the time, now I think he's 57, about to be 58. He's still the strongest puncher I've ever been in the ring with. First time he hit me in my chest, I feel like a mule had kicked me in my chest. So if he hits anybody on the chin with a shot like that, they're going either out or they're going down, especially guys that are not used to being hit like that. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of people like Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, these guys are bigger and they can take it, but Jake Paul, I don't think he's going to be able to take that. It might hit him on the chin like that. We'll see, but it's going to be tough. He may surprise me.
Do you think that Mike Tyson was going all out with you, or do you think that he was like a sparring session? I know it's hard.
I think he went all out to the body. I don't think they went. They told us we better not be out there trying to take each other's head off, or they're gonna stop it. So you couldn't go out to the head, but to the body you could. And to the body, he was throwing some vicious body shot.
Wow. So Jake, I just seen Jake yesterday, and he was 230 pounds. He looked kind of big. Yeah, he was 230, right? I was like, damn, you big.
Well,
like, really big.
That can make it interesting then.
So, and then he said that he feels as fast as he was at 185 or 90.
Shannon Briggs has praised Mike Tyson for his relentless dedication to training, calling his commitment inspiring, particularly for younger fighters who view him as a model of perseverance and discipline in combat sports. Even when met with disrespect from others, Tyson's work ethic and lasting influence continue to make a strong impact on the sport of boxing.
There's got to be one thing that really separates him from the pack as boxers, not from fans.
I mean, just speed. If somebody's so fast that when you go to punch and they beat you to the punch, or it's dangerous. And he was just ferocious. I think a lot of times too, the fear factor going into a fight with a guy like that, nobody has seen a guy like that to that point. Here he not really fighting left-handed. He going both ways. You know what I'm saying? He was squaring up. He was doing things that you really it's hard to train for. So he was just so dangerous.
That's why I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you with speed.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has discussed his journey from Pretty Boy Floyd, recognized for his speed and intense training, to Money Mayweather, known for his strategic intelligence and focus on boxing's business aspects. This evolution showcases his adaptability and deep understanding of the sport, both inside the ring and in managing his career beyond it.
If you look at Pretty Boy Floyd compared to Money Mayweather, two different fighters. Because when I need to hear this. Pretty Boy Floyd, I was active, fighting all the time, every couple months. So I stay in the gym, I stay fighting, I'm in the flow. So I could throw punches, tear a motherfucker ass up. Then when I got older, I'm still wise. I still can tear your ass up, but in a different way.
Right.
So
still winning the fight,
but
too.
you got to stay in the
strategy.
flow.
Right.
You have to stay in the flow.
Joe Rogan has observed that Floyd Mayweather Jr., who was known early in his career for speed and aggression, gradually adopted a more defensive style as he got older. This shift was not just physical but strategic, letting him stay dominant through precise counterpunching and defensive skill rather than relying on raw speed or power. Rogan emphasized that this evolution shows Mayweather's high boxing IQ and understanding of career longevity, demonstrating his greatness across different phases. Stay tuned for more updates in the next video.